Would like to welcome Nick Hardy here to the Media Center at the John Deere Classic. Nick, you'll be making your third tournament appearance and first since 2018. What's it like to be back here, especially as a hometown event type feel?
Yeah, and as a PGA Tour member, it's definitely a lot nicer. So I'm just excited to be back here. This is my favorite event of the year for me. Claire giving me two spots here as a senior at Illinois, and then as my year out, first year out. I mean, it means the world to me, and I gained a lot of good experience from playing those two events, those 2 years, and making the cut both weekends just added more experience. So very special to me to be here.
You touched upon, but can you speak about the importance and significance of Claire extending those sponsor exemptions, especially on the receiving side?
Yeah, I mean, he does an amazing job with them year in, year out. I think he usually gives them to a lot of very well-deserving college, young up-and-coming players, and I was just fortunate to be one of them for 2 years straight, which is really amazing. And so definitely forever indebted for that.
Can we expect to see a lot of family and friends out here at the course this week?
Yeah, for sure. I hope so, especially, my immediate family will be here, my 3 sisters, and mom and dad, I'm pretty sure will be here. So looking forward to that for sure.
And on quite the stretch, your fourth consecutive event, I think, this week, but coming off a career best top 10 last week. So how's your game feeling entering the week?
Yeah, I'm very confident. I felt that way ever since my first event back in the Korn Ferry Tour about a month ago. Played great golf at home in near Northbrook, and ever since then I've just felt really easy, no thoughts. I think that break off for me really helped me kind of slow my mind down and get my confidence back. And
wrist feels fully great since then?
Yeah, no problems with the wrist. I feel pretty much 100% healthy and no issues, no flare-ups, so very fortunate for that too.
What confidence will you take from last week at Travelers entering this week?
I think mainly just building on what I've built on for like a month now. I think I'm really excited about the rest of the summer. I think as long as I keep doing what I'm doing with all my, I think I've grown a lot as a pro golfer so far this year. Just like every year I've been a pro, but I think if I just keep on building on what I've built on, I'll keep going up.
Perfect. With that, we'll see if the media has any questions, and we will get a microphone over to you. Start up here in the front.
Talk about the specifics. What have you learned? What has changed in your game? Comfortability level out on tour now. What is the difference between Nick Hardy now and a year ago?
Yes, that's a great question. I think just way more patient. I think when I got my PGA Tour card, I was definitely confident as a player and comfortable out here just from having a lot of experience prior to being a member out here. But there's a difference. It's hard when you're a rookie because, I only got four starts in the fall, so you're already kind of feeling the pressure to get off to a good start. And on top of that, I wasn't in the best frame of mind in my game for the last fall and end of last summer. So I think I just added a little stress and importance to my start. And I mean, I didn't get off to a terrible start, but I only had 4 events in the fall, and I believe I played okay in 2 of them, but it wasn't enough to make me feel comfortable at the reshuffles. And then the West Coast comes around, and I just didn't play my best golf on the West Coast either. And so, I was kind of off to, just behind. And I think I was just pressing a little bit without even realizing it. And I think it just kind of added a little bit to me, to my, just the way I carried myself. Normally I'm a little calmer, a little more relaxed than I was, I think. I didn't realize it, but I think what made me realize it was that time off and having to be forced away from the game for a month. Really just, I wasn't thinking about the game. I wasn't thinking, there was no bad thoughts. There was no good thoughts, but there's no bad thoughts either. So it just made me kind of just relax, and I think I just was able to find my confidence again once I touched the club again.
Are you feeling some pressure? As you know, you say felt like you were behind. Is there pressure now moving forward to have success out here, keep that card, keep moving, keep the career moving forward?
Yeah, of course. There's always pressure. I mean, no matter where I'm at in my career, there's just as much pressure on myself. You know, and the pressure that I feel is only self-inflicted. It's not. I've never had external pressure affect me. It's always self-inflicted, and so. I would say the pressure that I put on myself is the same as it was when I was in 2018 when I had no status, and in 2019 when I had no status from failing at Q school. Like the pressure is the same, but yeah, like it's the challenge is harder because I'm in a different spot where getting a Korn Ferry Tour card is not as well. It's a little easier than keeping your card on the PGA Tour. So I'm definitely in a spot that's more of a challenge, but that's something I'm proud of, and I take pride in that. And it's the reason why I work, really hard is to climb the ladder of professional golf and see how good I can be. And so, yes, of course, I feel pressure to perform well this summer and keep playing well. But I'm at a point in my game and in my career where I feel like I'm very matured, and I feel like I am just ready for that challenge.
What kicked in last week, and is that something that you can or hope to carry over this week?
Yeah, nothing kicked in last week just because I feel like I just was building on what I've built on since I came back, which was, amazing at that home event, the Korn Ferry Tour, where I, almost won in a playoff. It was just, I didn't have any expectations or any thoughts or any, going into the event. I just wanted to win. And I didn't come away with a win, but I came away with kind of a process that was very successful that I've just tried to keep the same. In terms of what I'm doing the week of, when I'm resting, how I'm saving my energy during rounds, like how I'm breathing, how I'm eating, how I'm preparing, like all those things. If I can keep the same as possible, then I know I can kind of keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I just had one quick question. I imagine Zach's among them, but who are some of the guys that you kind of looked up to and kind of model your attitude and game after out here on tour?
Definitely Zach Johnson. He is. We have the same agent, so that's definitely a relationship that I've had with Zach for a while too. Steve Stricker went to Illinois. Good friends, really good best friends with Coach. So that's always been something that a player that I've really admired out here. And of course Tiger Woods. He's really the one golfer that's inspired me the most. So definitely those guys.
What have you picked up from those three guys specifically?
Yeah, mainly Tiger Woods, because that's how I fell in love with golf. Is I never missed an interview of his, or I never missed literally a step he took on TV for 12 years when I was growing up. So I studied everything he did, and how he prepared and how he trained and how he got better and better, and I think that's what I admired the most. And I think he taught me that what you're competing for is a lot more than just money. It's for history. It's for kind of winning. So that's and how to do it. It's that guy.
Nick, before the Travelers Championship, you had a great U.S. Open. How much confidence has that? What do you take away from a strong finish there?
Yeah, U.S. Open. I felt like I was actually in a pretty good chance or a pretty good spot to win on Sunday. I was only a few shots back after about 6 or 7 holes, and I had a bad 8th hole, but that kind of took me out of it. But I was definitely up there on the weekend, which was obviously always a goal of mine, but it's the first time I've ever had that chance to win let alone a major on a PGA Tour. So being in that spot late on Saturday and Sunday tee times and just getting a feel for that was extremely motivating, and it really is going to help me is just going on in my career for experience.
You and Patrick Flavin both came up through the Merit Junior program.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like seeing him out here? And do you guys have you guys played a practice round together? Or
Yeah, we're gonna play 9 holes in about 20 minutes. So yeah, Patrick and I are best buddies. We both came through the Merit Club youth program, which still is just one of the most amazing things that any club does in the country, is give an amazing deal for young golfers that don't really don't. I never had, but most golfers that don't have a place to play and practice every day. I was just a public golf course kind of growing up. Grew up on Annettsburger Par 3 course and Sportsman's Country Club, and so it gave me a private place to practice that was amazing facilities, and they let me bring out my buddies for $20 to go play, which was incredible growing up. And Patrick was one of the buddies that I always played with. And at the Merit Club growing up, we played countless times from when we were 15, 16, 17, all the way through college and high school and whatever. So, yeah, it's definitely special to me, the Merit Club.
You guys got a little competition going on between yourselves?
Always.
Competitive?
I mean, we push each other, always have. I mean, I think it's gotten me better. I think it's gotten him better. That's certain. Just, we're both extremely high competitive people. And to have a friend that, supports me and I support him like we do, I think it's really important as well.
Kind of getting down to crunch time in the tour schedule right now. You're close to that 125 number on the FedEx Cup ranks. What are your goals for the rest of the year? How much are you planning on playing? Does that plan change depending upon success and where you are in FedEx Cup?
Yeah, I have discussions with my fiance Liz about my schedule. It's tough to plan right now. I look because I know I got to play, but you also got to rest and make sure you're properly ready to play. So that's important. And I know from experience on the Korn Ferry Tour, like, you don't necessarily want to play 9 or 10 in a row, but sometimes you have to. And I think I'm in a point in my career where I'm ready to, if I need to, in terms of how I handle myself now and how I am nutrition, how I rest, how I prepare throughout the week. I think it's better than it's ever been. So if I need to play that many, I will. Mm-hmm.
Is that making the FedEx Cup in the playoffs? Is that a major goal for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, shoot, I've done a lot of damage the last few weeks in terms of climbing that ladder to get there, but I'm definitely still got a ways to go. So that's a goal of mine, to make the FedEx Cup playoffs. Yeah.
You could put another chunk in it this week too, can't you?
Yeah, big time. Mm-hmm. They give out 500 points to the winner, so you can. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nice chunk.
Yeah.
Unless there are any others, I'm going to close with going back with Patrick Flavin. You guys are named honorary ambassadors for First Tee Chicago. Is there any birdie challenge going on this week with that?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, there is. You can find the link at First Tee Chicago website, but we are doing a birdie challenge to raise money for the First Tee Chicago, and hopefully we make a lot of birdies.
And final one, when's the wedding?
We haven't planned a wedding yet, but we're gonna do something small in Australia, so no one's invited, just us.
All right. As always, thank you for taking the time for joining us, and good luck this week.
Thank you.